we're both gonna have to work more.
You don't have to work more, babe. I can pay by myself.
You cannot afford a $1,650 one.
What makes you think that? I bought you a PS5 the other day, and I still have money, and have the rest of the month to make money.
That's true.
And didn't even start till like partway through the month.
You girls should go on stripper tours.
What's that?
Yeah.
I told Mandy that I mean a stripper in a bigger city, like I was watching interviews with like Las Vegas strippers, and they make up to like $5,000 a night. And
Yeah,
you guys are only making like 600 to 900 a night. Like if you guys went on a tour like once every month or two, like to different cities, and actually like posted it online and like posted tour dates on your profile and actually like marketed yourself, and you started going to other cities just as tours, you guys can fucking. Oh, by the way, are you playing fucking Champions Return to Arms?
No, me? Who?
You.
Me? I'm playing Dark Alliance.
That game. What system is that for?
PS2. It's remastered.
That's fucking Champions.
No, it's not. It's Dark Alliance.
What?
He gets searched up.
All you hear is the I don't believe you, clickety clack.
Adam doesn't believe anything. He always has close to keys, right?
No, cause
Because he's a
babe,
stubborn bundle.
babe, come look at this.
I can't.
Well,
Oh,
I
it
wanna
looks really similar.
whatever it is, I wanna play it. Because if it's like this, then
Oh, it looks exactly the same.
It's exactly the same.
Wait, let me see
Even-
photos.
Even the hit numbers are the same.
Even like the little mini map thing is the same.
Okay, wait, let me see.
I told her she joined like World of Warcraft or like
Whoa, look at the inventory. Look at the fucking inventory.
No, that's not it.
Look how similar it is. It's like the fucking exact same.
Oh, they must have made that game too.
No, this game came out in fucking.
Yeah, but this is a PS2 game. They remastered it.
I'm showing you.
That one has
I'm
to be
showing you a
PS2
PS2 game too. It was Champions of NORAD.
Babe, can you take a picture of this? I want to download it.
It came out in 2004.
Babe.
You're the one that's gonna be buying this?
Dude, I would totally play that game. That game's fucking sick. It looks just like Champions.
It's really, really good. It's so much
No,
fun.
I'm stoked to fucking see that.
And
That's
there's
sick.
so many. It's only $39.99.
See, man, you gotta play that game.
There's It's 2-player.
Is it?
Me and Jacob are gonna sit here and play our Overwatch together.
You wanna play? Do you wanna play with me?
Hold on. I'll play after my interview.
Jacob won't play with me because he thinks it sucks.
It does suck. We'll play Overwatch
Okay,
together.
well, why don't you just date Jacob then? Sorry, Jacob. You're only
Girlfriend switch.
Oh, good.
I find it so funny that like me and Mandy have the same personality, and then you and Jacob have the same personality, but all of us are just like we would never ever.
I know.
We're just like no. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you could just join in here. Not Jacob. Too old for this. Okay, I'm gonna have to add a second profile. I guess I'll add a guest profile. Wait, so Adam, you don't even have this console, right?
No, I had a PS2 when I was a kid.
But do you have like a PS4 or anything?
I don't have any consoles.
So how would you play it?
You can play that on PC, I'd say.
Why don't you have consoles?
Cause I.
PC.
But there's so many. You could do like I would have both because like I want to play like The Sims and stuff too also.
Cause if we have Sims on computer, then we can download a bunch of mods on
That's
it.
what I was telling her.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but I just mean like you could also have like want to get both.
I'm so sad.
The only, I mean, if I had a TV and everything, then I probably would get one, but.
Oh yeah.
Cause I know for PS2. Yeah, I love games like that on PS2. I didn't know there was another game like that.
I didn't know there was another game like that. I've been looking for this game for years, and then they remastered it like 6 months ago or something.
Because they never remastered Champions, but they remastered this one.
We'll
That's
give it a
sick.
second. Oh shit, so I can't play Champions.
No, you gotta get PS2 for it. And on PS2, I don't know. Did you ever have the controller splitters on PS2? So you have like 4 players, and like me and all my friends would be in my room. We're like 10 years old. Every day playing it.
Hey, but I don't know how to set up this controller.
You do?
To the game.
Yes, you do. Yeah, we have.
I chewed all my nails
Well,
off.
this one's dead. Dead cherry. Oh, never mind. No, it's not.
I chewed off all my nails and all my fingers did.
Oh no. Did you do that? Okay. What the fuck is that? What is this called? Where's the box called? Ergonomics to PS4. It just says PS4.
Just try all the... Weird. Do those ones up there.
They're already all connected.
Okay, I don't believe you. Choose it.
That's why you see the controllers next to them, babe? That means they're connected. This is the only one that's active, though, the one I'm using. I don't really get what's going on.
I want you to click it.
What?
Click it. You don't think I told you to?
Which one?
The bottom one.
Oh. Alright, okay. It wasn't a dual shock controller, so I was like, okay.
Fucking knock you out. Okay, this one's fine. Yeah. Get out of here.
I think, that one's done too, babe.
I know. Go away. Okay. Why is there a PS5 thing right there? PS5 on the play.
Hello folks, welcome to this introduction video for the hands-on lab installing Terraform and working with Terraform providers. So the objective of this lab is to show you how to download and install the Terraform binary on your system. In this case, we'll be showing you the process on a Linux system. And the other objective is to show you how to use providers.
hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Sweet.
I finished up that one section we were on with the provisioners.
Okay.
And it wasn't super difficult. It's
Nice.
just, I want to say.
You are being streamed directly to YouTube right now as we speak, just so you know.
Oh, I am?
Yeah. So you can say hello. I doubt anyone's watching. Oh, one person's watching. 2 people are watching. Look at that. Hello, everyone.
It's me and you.
Just you and me.
So I don't see you streaming. You're streaming on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I set up OBS with my stream key, and then I'm also inputting Discord through it and sharing my screen.
How can I see it?
You just look at my YouTube channel.
All right, let me go find it.
I do have an interview in half an hour.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, with Blizzard, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm pretty stoked. I hope it's remote, because I don't want to move to Vancouver.
How much is it?
They haven't said yet.
Right.
What'd you say?
I just said right.
Right.
I'm watching your stream on YouTube now, and I'm let's see here.
Type something. Test it out. Type something. Nice.
All right, cool. So if that's working. I'm not sure what module you're on, but if you got to get going in a half hour, I don't know, maybe it's not worth it if I come on now.
It's always worth it, man. What are you talking about?
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I don't know, study.
I can study, but we'll be in 2 different sections, I think.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm just doing a random lab. I don't even think this lab is part of the course. I don't even know if it's part of the course. I just looked up Terraform labs. And I'm just doing random ones while waiting for you to join.
Okay. Let me set up my stuff.
That's not even a weirdo. That guy's sick. Talking about. It totally is me. Yeah, because you're being ridiculous. I've select. I do it purposely.
I can look right now. You say babe as many as times as you want.
Alright, bro. I've just finished the lab. Going back to the course now. Alright, Terraform provisioners.
Hello Cloud Gurus, and welcome to this lesson on Terraform provisioners, when to use them. Provisioners in essence give users a way to execute custom scripts or commands through Terraform resources. You can choose to
Alright,
run
I'm
such
gonna do
scripts
one
either locally,
module
that is on the same system where the Terraform commands
with
are running,
you,
or remotely
Alright.
or I'm
on a
gonna
newly
do one
spun VM
module,
through Terraform.
but like it's gonna be a different one, I think,
A provisioner
because
is
I've
attached
already
to a
done
Terraform
this
resource
one.
and allows custom connection parameters
Okay.
that can be passed to connect to the remote resources via SSH or WinRM
Alright,
for
cool.
carrying out commands against that resource.
I'm streaming the module I'm doing right now.
There's two types of provisioners which cover two
Yeah, I
events
have
of the
that
Terraform
open.
resources
Nice.
lifecycle. A create time provisioner
Yeah.
and a destroy
It's a
time
lot
provisioner.
better than the
Evident
HashiCorp
from their names, a create time
instructionals
provisioner
because
is
it's
run
pretty
as a
much the
resource is being
same lab,
created,
I think,
and a
except
destroy
they
time
show you
provisioner
what
is
to
run
do.
as a resource is being destroyed.
Right?
They can come in very handy with custom one-off automation tasks.
Yep, 100%.
Now onto the best practices and some warnings when using Terraform provisioners. I like HashiCorp's transparency in making people aware of the cons of a feature as much as those features might seem cool. In the case of provisioners, HashiCorp recommends to use them sparingly and only when the underlying vendor such as AWS does not already provide a built-in mechanism for bootstrapping via custom commands or scripts. For example, AWS allows for passing scripts through user data in EC2 virtual machines. So if there's a better inherently available method for a resource, HashiCorp recommends using that. An important thing to note is that since provisioners can take any independent action through a script or command, Terraform cannot and does not track them as they break Terraform's declarative model. Terraform simply can't be fully aware of all the custom, independent actions that your one-off scripts may take. For this reason, provisioners are not tracked through Terraform state files either. Well then, when would you really have to use provisioners? Only when you want to execute actions which are not covered by Terraform's declarative model or through inherent options for the resources in available providers.
This video is talking about that thing we were asking Imi about yesterday, what the difference is between provisioners and providers.
Provisioner. Evident from their names, a create resource. There is two types of provisioners which cover two events of your Terraform resources lifecycle. A create time provisioner and a destroy. Now,
You have like ambient music going on in the background?
Yes.
It's really erotic. I like it.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
C'est drôle. À l'époque où j'étais employé au bureau des inventions,
upon being deleted or getting destroyed. You can use multiple provisioners against the same resource, and they're going to be executed in the same sequence as they're written out in. So if you have 5 local creation time provisioners, they're all going to execute in sequence, and so will the destroy time provisioners. So let's move on to the Linux shell as promised and show you a quick example of the same Terraform code that we've shown you here. So I'm logged into a CentOS 7 machine, and I'm going to quickly create a main.tf file and paste some code in it. The link to this code will also...
Did you say tortilla file? Yeah, me too. What did he say?
So I'm logged into a CentOS 7
No
machine,
idea.
and I'm going to quickly create a main.tf file.
Oh, he said .tf file. .tf file.
Yes.
Sound like he said tortilla. I just thought of tacos.
Not TF.
Create a main tortilla file.
And show you a quick example of the same
Tortilla
Terraform code
.tf.
that I've shown you here. So I'm logged into a CentOS 7 machine, and I'm going to quickly create a main.tf file and paste some code in it. The link to this code will also be available in the main.tf file. To quickly create a main.tf file and paste some code in it. The link to this code will also be available in the resources section of this lesson. So I've pasted down the code that you just saw in the previous slide, and we've gone through this code, so we'll just go ahead and try to execute this now. We just want to make sure that there's no other files in this folder, and we'll go ahead and issue a Terraform init so that Terraform can fetch the provider which has the null resource. And there it is. We have the provider already installed. We'll clear the screen and now issue our Terraform plan. Notice how there's no mention of the provisioners, even though there's 2 provisioners against this resource. That's what we need to be focused on, that the provisioners are not tracked and are independent of the Terraform state file. So there's no mention of the provisioner. We'll next clear the screen and issue the Terraform apply command. I'll also use the -- auto approve flag so that I'm not prompted to enter a yes on this Terraform apply. And there it is. So we have successfully gone through applying a null resource with a creation time provisioner, and when it created the resource, it went ahead and executed this command. So let's list out the files in this directory, and you'll notice that there's a status.txt file in addition to a terraform.tf state file. So if we carry out the value inside the status.txt file, it's going to be 0. Now let's clear the screen and run the terraform destroy command. Again, I'm going to use the -- auto approve flag so that I'm not prompted for a yes to be entered. So I'll hit enter, and there it is. Our deletion has also worked. So again, notice the steps. The Terraform logic first checked the state file, noticed that there was a resource which needs to be destroyed. It went ahead and ran the destroy time provisioner this time, which was to echo the number 1 inside status.txt file. So we'll list out the files inside the directory. And since it was destroyed, there was a last backup of the TF state file left. But let's look inside the value of the status.txt file, and it is 1. A thing to note is that if a creation time provisioner fails, Terraform will mark that resource as tainted, and on the next apply, it will try to delete and recreate the resource. Whereas for a destroy time provisioner, if the command inside or the script inside a destroy time provisioner fails, Terraform will try to rerun the provisioner on the next destroy attempt. I also wanted to point out a variable usage behavior inside provisioners. So let's clear the screen and take this code for example. Now this is not a functional Terraform code, this is just a chunk of a code for showing you an example of how variables are used inside provisioners. The resource variable naming convention in Terraform is that you first take the resource keyword, which in this case is AWS_instance, dot, and then the actual name that you assign to the resource block, which in this case is EC2-virtual-machine. And then you can access any attribute that the resource provides. For example, to access the EC2 VM instance ID, you'd simply use the variable name AWS_instance.EC2virtualmachine.id. And this would give you back the AMI or Amazon Machine Image ID of the EC2 virtual machine. However, inside a provisioner, because of it being independent of Terraform's plans, using the same variable naming convention can cause cyclical dependencies, where you might be asking the provisioner to run a command against a resource which has not yet been created. And so, HashiCorp has provided the self object, which you can see here, which can access any attribute available to the resource that the provisioner is attached to. So you'll notice that we are using the self.id, which would return to you the same Amazon machine image ID that this variable would return to you. So this is one way that you isolate yourself from cyclical dependencies. If you try to use the normal naming convention inside a provisioner, Terraform for right now does throw a warning, letting you know that this is not the recommended behavior. And I'm pretty sure that moving into the future, Terraform is going to deprecate that behavior completely and make sure that you use the self object within the provisioner block. So this in a nutshell were provisioners, how to use them, some of their best practices, and then you can access any attribute that the resource provides. For example, to access the EC2 VM instance ID, you'd simply use the variable name AWS underscore instance dot EC2 virtual machine dot ID. And this would give you back the AMI or Amazon Machine Image ID of the EC2 virtual machine. However, inside a provisioner, because of it being independent of Terraform's plans, using the same variable naming convention can cause cyclical dependencies, where you might be asking the provisioner to run a command against a resource which has not yet been created. And
That's why I was talking about the provisioners, because I guess if you use a provisioner, so if you use a provider and you specify something that doesn't already exist, then it kind of creates it. But provisioners run outside of Terraform's dependencies. So if you use a provider or a provisioner, then and if you specify an instance name, it's not already created, then it's not going to work properly because it's going to be looking for something that's not already done. And since it runs outside of Terraform's environment, it's not going to create it. And it's not going to create the dependencies around it.
Yep. Well, it's a good thing that we're just, just doing a little bit of it, right?
So this in a nutshell were provisioners, how to use them, some of their best practices, and how to use variables inside the provisioner block.
Provider and provisioner.
Thank you for going through this lesson.
The words are so same.
Right.
All right, now we got this lab. Oh, completed. This is the one that I just completed.
Hello, folks.
While we were, all right, so I'm just gonna whiz through this real quick. You never been to a corn maze? We have to go to a corn maze.
One up by our mom's place, or by my mom's place.
I'm so down to go because, yeah, corn mazes are sick. I used to go to them all the time back in BC.
I've never been to one either.
What's the good of it?
It's a corn maze. It's like a big freaking maze of corn. It's especially.
She's like, why don't we do corn maze on Sunday? I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to bring my pets to the patch, so I didn't think of it. I didn't want to cart pumpkins. Where's the corn maze? Or we do corn maze and I'll buy pumpkins from the store.
We'll probably just go to the mom's place.
Alright, this is what I talked about before, Nick. Check this out. You watching? Nick?
Maybe. Hold on, let me refresh. Give me a second. All right, yeah, I'm watching.
Okay, I'm copying this. It's not working again. So I'm copying this, the password, and I go into the SSH session and I right click and I don't get a paste option. Earlier today I had the paste option, but now I just have a take screenshot. You see that?
Yeah, I do.
Isn't that fucking weird? I was getting that issue yesterday. And then today, earlier, when we were on the call, I was showing you, and I had the paste option. Space?
Yeah, see. Like type something.
I am. Oh, my stream lags like a few seconds, but yeah. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, maybe you can click it. Like if you type on a letter, maybe you can right click on the letter and paste. I don't know.
No. It's annoying because like sometimes I can copy paste it and sometimes I can't. And it's just like this weird inconsistency with a cloud guru. So it's annoying because now I have to fucking type this shit all out individually.
Yeah, that is annoying.
But whatever. K98-.
UX number capital K.
I took my pill, man.
Oh, and this is the worst part. Rewriting a link instead of copying pasting it. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish up this lab again, and then I'm gonna hop on that interview.
What, you got 12 minutes?
I got 12 minutes to type this link out.
All right.
You know what? Fuck this lab. I already did it. It's easy. You just do Terraform init, Terraform apply, you put in the Terraform code block, and then that's it. And you destroy it. Complete lab. I'm not typing out that link again. But anyways, yeah, it's in 10 minutes. I guess I should prepare. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
stop the
maybe you
stream,
wanna.
and oh, I just see someone in the comments. Yeah, isn't that weird with like the control thing? Like, cause sometimes, yeah, I closed it now, so maybe I'll try Shift Insert next time. I haven't tried that yet. Shift Insert. Does that work?
There you go. I don't know. Maybe.
Hell yeah. All right. Shift Insert. No, that's not copy paste. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll try that next time, but I don't know if this person is still in here, Sean's Z. But what's Terraform and why am I using it? Terraform is a provisioning tool. So if you're using a cloud provider like Azure, Amazon, or Google Cloud, and you want to deploy like whatever you want, like virtual machines or a network, a virtual network, or storage containers, or you want to deploy a resource group or pretty much anything, you can use Terraform to provision that for you, and it's like automated. So instead of going into Amazon and clicking on EC2 and clicking on create new virtual machine, you can just type it out into a block of code like this one, where you just specify all the virtual machines you want to create, and pretty much you can spin up like 1,000 virtual machines with like one little block of code, and it'll take you maybe 10, 15 minutes, however long it takes you to configure the code. And then from there, you just launch it and Terraform does it all for you. So you don't have to go in and do it one by one. And why am I learning it? Because I'm already Azure certified and I have a lot of experience with it. And now I'm trying to learn Terraform and become certified with that so that I can give myself better career opportunities. So that being said, I have to leave now for my Blizzard interview, so wish me luck.